Barbenheimer. So what is Barbenheimer? Let's kind of break it down, right? Like the first part, Barben, I think refers to Barbie, and then Enheimer refers to Oppenheimer. Hopefully you got that right. I just know there's going to be this big event. It's going to be this cultural iconic moment in time. Are you going to go see either of the movies, Angelina?
I'm already thinking about going to see both of them like back to back. I am so excited. I'm excited for Barbie, but I'm mostly excited for Oppenheimer. I'm also so excited because the marketing for these movies has been done so well. The actors are literally like cross-pollinating, helping market the other movies because they're like, we understand that these are two huge movies opening the same exact weekend. And they're all supporting each other, which makes me want to support them even more. I'm stupid excited for Oppenheimer.
Look, it's so I am on the same page with you. I'm probably gonna do a double feature, or I may end up watching both movies multiple times this weekend because I want to see them with multiple people. Like, and so you may do it in different screenings. But I'm really excited. It's also kind of like really weird and not weird, but maybe like a very unique. Let's call it unique. That situation where we have seen this happens. It's happened before where you'll have two big studio movies come out on the same weekend, but never have I ever seen a situation where like the two movies are like they're supporting each other and they're like you can go see one and also see the other and like you can support both and like we're gonna go see the other movie like the like what was it Margot Robbie and Greta Gerwig like showing off their Oppenheimer tickets or Robert Downey Jr. being like I'm gonna go check out Barbie. Like it's you usually don't get that kind of like open camaraderie like for the betterment of like the movies in general. It's unique. It feels different. Maybe do you think that has to do with the fact that these two movies couldn't be more different from each other? Because generally, like a lot of times you have like when there's two big studio movies, they're kind of sort of similar and aiming for the same audience. And if that, is that the reason why you think?
I mean, I think that has to be a huge part about it. I also feel like it also has to do with the fact that these are some of Hollywood's top names. And once you get to that sort of top, I mean, we're talking literally Ryan Gosling, Margot Robbie, Cillian Murphy, Robert Downey Jr., Christopher Nolan. Like these are all star power names. And to do anything other than what they're doing, I think would be kind of not nice. Not nice. So I love that they are supporting each other, but also, I think there's a genuine, I really want to go see both movies. I'm sure on that level, they both feel the same way. I really want to go see this movie. Obviously, Barbie is going to be like a historic movie. There hasn't been a Barbie movie in a really long time, if ever. Has there ever been a major Barbie movie?
I don't think no, not like not like a studio
not
live
of this
action
nature. Yeah.
No.
So this is like a historic movie for Barbie. I don't know a single woman my age that didn't play with Barbies at some point. Period. I went from Barbies to Bratz dolls to G.I. Joes. Like I loved all of them. But
G.I. Joes.
I did. Well, I was kind of a tomboy when I was a little kid. So, and I always played with G.I. Joes with my godbrother. So we just we did the things. Like
that's
G.I.
awesome.
Joe,
I just wouldn't have
it.
expected to like Barbie to Bratz to G.I. Joe.
Yeah.
That just like you just were like on this path and you just like took a left turn.
Yeah,
Or
I was
something.
like, look,
just,
all of them. I loved all of them. And I think it's going to be a really great movie. I love Ryan Gosling. I mean, he's hilarious. Margot Robbie has obviously shown us that she's an incredible actress. But then you have Oppenheimer. We've got like some of the best cast. Christopher Nolan movie. I'm excited. I'm excited for both of them, and I'm sure they both feel that same way.
Yeah, it's gonna be fantastic. Do you have a prediction on like which of these movies you might like better, or like if you may not like one of them? Like do you think you're just gonna love them equally?
Honestly, I think I'm gonna really like both of them for very different reasons. I think I will likely like Oppenheimer way more. But I don't know. Both of them, I guess, both of them could be bad, right? There's a small chance that each of them could miss the mark. I don't think either of them are going to. Like the Mission Impossible movie, I walked into it thinking, solid chance I'm going to hate this movie. It just is what it is. I don't love Tom Cruise. I haven't seen the rest of the movies. There's a huge chance I might not like this movie. But I walked into it with open arms. I felt the same way about John Wick, right? But I was pleasantly surprised with John Wick because Keanu Reeves just something about it that I'm like, okay, all right, I'm into it.
He does a lot of his own stunts too. He doesn't like hang on to planes and stuff or just like, base jump off a motorcycle.
True.
But
does Tom Cruise actually do all of that on his own?
Yeah. I mean, they have harnesses and stuff. Like if you've seen the behind the scenes, if you haven't, go check out the behind the scenes for the motorcycle base jump stunt and how they filmed it. So he's, and in that one you can't have a harness. You're base jumping. So like he's got a parachute. And he did that like 6 times in one day, and then they probably had like multiple days of him doing it. Because then he was like, "Oh, maybe I should have opened my parachute a little bit later. Maybe I did this." It's like he's a perfectionist too. And John Wick. You see some of the behind the scenes for that movie, and Keanu Reeves is doing he's doing his stunt driving, some of it. Like he's doing, there's a spinning shot where he's shooting at somebody while he's spinning the car around. He's done his. I mean, but like nobody takes it to the extreme that Tom Cruise takes it.
Why are we talking about Tom Cruise? We're talking about Barbenheimer.
Barbenheimer. I'm just okay. We got distracted, but like Barbenheimer, right? Like I consider myself almost like basically a disciple of Christopher Nolan. Like I want to make movies like Christopher Nolan.
Yeah. Actually, did you join the Christopher Nolan cult? There's a cult for Tom Cruise and Christopher Nolan. You joined Christopher Nolan.
I'd probably like I didn't know about the cult, but if there was, if you're referring to just general like devoted fandom, then yeah, I've been on that train for a long time.
All right.
But I'll be honest about the Barbie movie. That movie's first trailer was so mind-blowingly good, but like the teaser trailer being that ripoff of the 2001: A Space Odyssey, or like the big Barbie. I'm like, that they got me right then, and I'm just like, and then you got Will Ferrell playing like a Mattel executive. That's just giving me those Lego movie vibes.
Yeah,
I'm like,
1000%.
I'm in for it. I am in for it. They're gonna be so like, and that's the thing. I asked this question earlier, and like my answer to that would be that these two movies couldn't be more different from each other. And I think that's one of the big draws here is that you will have two very different experiences watching these movies. And I think people would really enjoy their time at the theaters because you can have the laughs, and I'm sure there's going to be some like dramatic moments or like some heartbreaking moments in Barbie as well. We've already gotten hints at that from Greta Gerwig on the press tour, but then you have Oppenheimer, and that movie may be like, the early reactions is saying this may be in a cinematography that's as decorated as Christopher Nolan's already is. This could be his best movie ever. This could be the movie that gets him his direct Oscars for directing, best directing Oscar. Like he's been, I feel like he's been snubbed 3 times already at least. But I really hope that the movie it has a financial success. The IMAX screenings are booked up. I could barely find a seat.
I literally was like, I need to get my tickets right now when I get off of this taping. Like I need to. And like, I think I'm just going to seriously go to the Grove and watch them back to back. So if you guys are in LA, I think I'm going to go to the Grove and see the movie. I'm not going to tell you when because that's not safe. But
Right. Of course. No, but definitely not. But you're going to post a review. I'm sure you're going to tell us after you've seen the movie. I'm going to do when I go see it. I think I'm going to go see Barbie. I've got an early screening, I think on Wednesday. So I'm going to go check that out on Wednesday. And then Oppenheimer, I'm still working on getting my tickets situated, trying to figure out which theater I'm going to go in. Definitely going to watch it in IMAX. I tried to get 70 millimeter IMAX tickets around. There's 2 of them near me.
What the difference is.
Both of them I have to go out of state for, but they're like only next door, New York or Rhode Island. And I'm in Connecticut. But those 70 millimeter showings are sold out. Like you can't. Like
What is a 70 millimeter showing? I went and saw Mission Impossible in IMAX, and my dad was like yelling at me. I was like, Dad, stop yelling. He's like, it's so loud in here.
Yeah. So there's IMAX, the normal IMAX that you can go see, and then there's 70 millimeter IMAX. 70 millimeter IMAX is like literally the 70 millimeter of like frame that they have in IMAX film. Those huge IMAX cameras that they have that they used to film this movie. You get a direct print of that showing on screen, and so the theater is like multiple stories high. It's if you were to basically, to give you an idea with the resolution, if you were to translate a 70 millimeter film frame into like pixel resolution, it would be like 16K or something. It's huge.
Wow.
And so when you see it projected onto like a 3 or 4 story high screen and with like the IMAX sound and everything, it's the biggest picture, the most immersive theatrical experience you can possibly find. There is one 70 millimeter theater in LA. I forget which one it is, but if you Google it, I'm sure you'll find it. And then try to catch a movie there, especially a Christopher Nolan movie that was shot entirely in 70 millimeter IMAX. I think it's going to be an experience that you're probably going to remember. I mean, hopefully it won't blow your ears out too much, because like I had that happen to me with Dunkirk. But other than that, I think it will be a fantastic experience if you do get to check it out there.
All right.
Well, that's going to do it for us here on the show this week. We're going to be back in a couple of days and a few days from now talking about both Barbie and Oppenheimer. So when Barbenheimer happens, be sure to come back here, check us out for all of our coverage. We're going to be reviewing it. You guys can leave your comments below. Are you excited about Barbie or Oppenheimer? Are you going to go see one, the other, or both? We hope you go see both, support both movies. I think they're both going to be fantastic. Leave a like here, and then, of course, hit subscribe for more content like this, and hit the notifications bell. We've got content coming out every day now. And it's been nice talking to you, Angelina. Of course, have a safe trip back to LA. I know you're feeling a little homesick, so hopefully you'll be back home sleeping in your own bed soon enough. And we'll see you guys here next time.
Have a good one.
On Oh So Curious.